Hi guys, and welcome back to Insta Jamm. Today we've got a brand new episode for you, and it's one of our studio Insta Jamm episodes, which is something new we're doing for 2018. We're going to be focusing on equipment and recording and everything you might want to know about those areas. So in this first episode we are going to be looking at DI boxes. What is a DI box and why would we want to use one? So DI box stands for direct injection, and the main purpose of it is to convert from an unbalanced to a balanced signal. So an unbalanced signal would be a cable, such as a jack cable, that only has two pins, so it has the signal and the ground. These can be susceptible to ground noise, and over long distances they can actually degrade in quality. So this is where a DI box would come in. You'd convert that jack cable into an XLR, which is balanced and can transmit that signal over very long distances without losing any quality. The main differences between DI boxes that you'll see on the market is between active and passive DI boxes. So let's look at the differences. So the simplest type of DI box is a passive DI box. Now these don't require any power to function, and they are the simplest type of circuit inside. They usually are quite a little bit cheaper as well. The drawback to a passive DI box is you can actually get a reduction in signal, and you can have some roll off on the low end when you're using one. So compared to an active DI box, these feature active circuitry inside it. So what you need to power it is either from a battery, like in this one you use a 9-volt battery, or more commonly through power from a mixing desk. Now this is called 48 volts or phantom power, and nearly all mixing desks actually have a button to supply this to something like a DI box. The benefit of an active DI box is it reproduces the signal very accurately, and you get no loss of level. So next, let's talk about what applications you'd be using a DI box in. In a live situation, it's very common to use a DI box to plug in an acoustic guitar to a PA system. Because an acoustic guitar is only a jack cable, what you typically do is plug that into the input of a DI box and run an XLR cable out to your mixing desk, and it'll provide a nice balanced signal to add EQ to or compression, and it'll sound really good coming through your PA system. Another use in a live situation would be with something like a stage piano. These also typically have only jack connections coming out of them, and most mixing desks only accept XLR connectors. So you'd use something like a DI box, or in some cases two if you're running stereo, to convert these signals into the mixing desk and out to the PA. In a recording situation, another use for a DI box might be to plug a bass guitar straight into it, or an electric guitar into it. Now this is useful if you don't have a guitar amp, or you want a nice clean signal to run into amp software on your computer. And a famous example of this will be Nile Rodgers from Chic. He very famously uses just a DI box to record all of his guitar parts, and that's why he gets that nice dry guitar sound that sounds so great. Next, let's look at some models of DI boxes that we would recommend. So nearly every audio equipment provider on the market actually makes DI boxes. This one here is a Behringer Ultra DI, and these are really inexpensive, but we use them here at the studio and they're fantastic. They're great quality, very hard wearing, and they sound great. If you're looking for something a bit more robust and what they call professional level, there's a company called Radial that is popular all over the world. That is the industry standard for DI boxes. So if you're looking for something like that, they're a great company. Hope this information was useful to you. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe all of our videos here on YouTube, and we'll see you next time.